Great evening, good people, family. How are y'all doing out there? Excuse me one moment. I'm texting my sister about my mom. We have different moms, but she's my sister, half sister. So giving her updates on how my mom's doing in the hospital. She's not getting any better. So I may have some difficult decisions to make in the coming days. But I am KG, Kris Gardner of the Houston Roundball Review. Local name, global perspective. Let's get into it. Let's talk some Rockets. Rocket fans, Rocket family, cheer me up. Ask me some questions. Let's talk Rockets. Which play? That's a new name right there. We put that up there. Welcome, Game Bread. Thank you very much for joining the show. Thank you for your comments. Appreciate that as well. Thank you for the prayers. Assuming that no curveballs are done in the draft with the first two picks, and basically it's just Jabari, Chet, pick whatever you want, one or two. And Paolo is there at 3. Paolo, I think, is the best fit. Eco says that. I think he'll be there at 3. Personally, I would still like Jabari Smith for the Rockets, but I don't think he'll be there at 3. I think me and Eco differ on this a little bit in terms of best fit for the Rockets. I think Jabari Smith long-term would be better fit than Paolo, but you're splitting hairs here a little bit, here and there. But I think Paolo is going to be there at 3. OKC could surprise some folks. Orlando, I don't see Jabari getting past 2 at OKC. I just don't, and I don't see Chet getting past 3, like we discussed last Saturday. I don't agree with it, but if Chet is there at 3, the Rockets would pick Chet Holmgren. So feel good about the 17th pick. Any players that I would look for, well, ideally at 17, I would prefer a shot blocker at 17 for the Rockets. I don't believe a shot blocker like Mark Williams would be there. I think Walker Kessler would be there, but I don't want Walker Kessler with the Rockets. That's not a good fit for Walker and Rockets. Just style-wise, that's not a good fit for the Rockets, in my opinion. I think Mark Williams will probably be gone before 17. So if you take shot blocking out of the equation, I like Ousmane Dieng from New Zealand, the Breakers. I've seen his name now probably starting in the 20s. So he should be there at 17. 6'8", versatile guy. Obviously, he's got some, things he needs to work on. A name rising up the boards at Santa Clara, Jalen Williams, 6'6", guard, kind of a combo guard, but he's got skills of versatility, and he's 6'6", and let me get his wingspan, 6'6". You got an 8 foot 9.5 reach, and then 7'5", let's say 8, 9.5. Get accurate standing reach, and then 7 feet 5 inches wingspan. So good length as well. He should be there at 17. Ty Washington, who the family knows, I don't want the Rockets to select at 17, but I would not be surprised if Ty Washington is there, if the Rockets do that. I know the Athletics' John Hollinger tossed his name out there. I would prefer taller players, wings, if they can't get a shot blocker. Terry Eason from LSU. So I like him, his versatility. He likes to play defense first. He can score. He's got a good all-around game. James Tryon, what's up? Derek, how you doing? Kai Soto, I wouldn't take him for a draft pick. not the first round. No, my opinion on that. Um, I will go so far as to say he's 2 years away from being 2 years away. But Jaden Ivey, give me the news about Jaden Ivey, and I'm going to lean on y'all for some of the questions because for two reasons. Obviously, I've spent a lot of time with my mom and her health in the hospital, but also spent time this week with Marcus Sasser and the Cougs. So I haven't been spending too much time with the Rockets in the draft yet. So as we get close to June 23rd, obviously things will pick up and we'll go from there. But part of the interaction here on Let's Talk Houston Rockets is you guys ask questions and hit me on some things that I may not know. And I'll give you my answers based on what I've heard, and I'm going to go from there. And for those who don't know, who don't live in Houston, because I know I have some followers and fans in other cities, states, heck, countries. Tomorrow, well, June 5th, will be the opening day of the Pro-Am League at Fondy Rec Center, but it's now called Fondy Community Center. So there are going to be some pros there. I haven't seen confirmed names about who's going to be playing, but basically it's all day tomorrow. First day initially was announced as 12:30 to 9. Then it's kind of changed to like 1 to 9 and even 12:30 to 9:30. So the league will be Sunday, Monday, Thursday. If you haven't ever been to the Fondy Pro-Am, you never know who may show up. And the tickets are free. I got an article posted on my Men's Hoops blog to check it out. There's a link in that blog post. I think I put it on the community tab as well on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel to check out. If you're a hoop fan, you want to check out some basketball in the city of Houston, Sunday, Monday, Thursday this season, the Fondy Community Center. It's Fondy Rec to me. That's what I grew up with. It's Fondy Rec. But James, what is the Jaden Ivey news? I've seen people. I think NBA Draft.net is done with having Jaden Ivey going number one. I wouldn't be shocked if Jaden Ivey went 2. I don't think OKC should do that. But OKC definitely goes to their own drum of personnel decisions. I would not like Jaden Ivey as a Rocket. It would not shock me because Rockets like guards. they like the small ball. So that would not shock me. I would not. I mean, I'd still cover Jaden as long as he's a Rocket. I'm going to cover him. But MarJon Beauchamp, he'll be there at 17, no doubt about that. He's kind of fallen, depending on what you look at, even into early second round. But he's a wing. And that's right. Most of y'all know if you're a consistent follower and supporter of the Let's Talk Houston Rockets, y'all know my mentality. I like tall, skilled players. Rockets got enough of these 6'3", 6'4" dudes. It's time for him to get some 6'8" dudes and up who got skills. Need more of those. So they should get a big man with the third pick, a skilled big man. And then if they can get a wing or a shot blocker at 17, that's what I think they should do. Most explosive backcourt. Okay. Look how the explosive backcourts are doing in the playoffs. Those explosive backcourts. And some who was it? I talked to somebody this week. Wasn't high on Jaden Ivey. Thought Jaden Ivey going as high as 3 or 4 thought it was a mistake. But different strokes for different folks. Jaden's got some skills. He's a great athlete. We all agree on that. His indecision is a worry. His consistency on defense is, so it's with a lot of these picks, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But Jaden Ivey, Rockets. So let's go there. Let's go with Jaden Ivey. Hypothetical. Jaden, here's it. I'm gonna put this up there. I haven't read all of it yet before I see it. Ivey gives me Westbrook vibes because I don't think he can shoot unless he goes somewhere to be that guy, so he can just shoot what he wants. Yep. But let's go with that. Let's just go with that scenario. And what was it? Dalen Terry, possibly Kris. Where's the other name I saw? David Stansberry. I agree with the name you put out there. I like all three of those names. You know, I like all three of those names. Jang Eason or Mark Williams at 17, like that. It's a chance that you'll see two Duke players be drafted by the Rockets. I don't think Mark Williams will be available at 17. I think he'll be gone by 12, 13, or 14. So that's if he's there at 17, Rockets will get him. But from what I'm read and hearing, he'll be gone before 17. But let's just go with the scenario. Rockets select Jaden Ivey with the third pick. So you got Jaden Ivey, Jalen Green. Then what? What are you going to do with Scoot? Because, as I've discussed, mentioned, Kelly Eco has as well, Fagan has as well. As long as Eric Gordon is alive and breathing, he's going to start at the small forward spot. Unless some team just blows him away with a trade proposal and the Rockets decide to trade Eric Gordon. I don't want Eric Gordon starting for the Rockets. But as long as Eric Gordon is a Rocket, he will start. I have no reason to believe that they would change that. So then what would you do? You got Jaden Ivey. So would you start Scoot and Jalen Green, still have Eric Gordon at that 3 spot, and then bring Jaden Ivey off the bench? Then what are you going to do with Josh Christopher? So, or is the plan in Rocket Land, which goes counter to what Feldstone said on lottery night, that the NBA rewards taller, skilled bigs, then why are you drafting another guard who may have skills? He's more athlete than guard right now. So what is the plan to roll out there with Jaden Ivey, Jalen Green, and Scoot as your 1, 2, and 3, and come off the bench with Josh Christopher and Eric Gordon? Is that the plan? Would y'all be good with that? Not me. I just don't. I'm going to be consistent, and I'm not throwing shade at Jaden Ivey. I just don't believe he's the best fit with the Rockets as long as Eric Gordon's here. Now, clearly, if the Rockets find an offer that they like and they finally decide to trade Eric Gordon, I'll be more tolerable of getting a guard like Jaden Ivey with the third pick. Still prefer a skilled big like Banchero, but at least that would make sense if you traded Eric Gordon and got something in return for him and open up a wing spot. Let's see. Harvey Flood with this. I haven't read it yet, but I think folks are already talking about the 2023 draft. You know, Victor Wembanyama. It's going to be interesting to see how many teams tank, which they really don't do. Well, front offices tank, players don't tank to get the number 1 pick in next year's draft, because he will be the number 1 pick in next year's draft. So, EG, okay. We got that right there. Keep EG and cut Matthews. No, I mean, why? Why would you want to do that? In the sense, okay, well, and you're still bringing Garrison off the bench. You're not putting Garrison in the starting 3 spot, are you? Is that your rationale for that? But I'm okay with Eric Gordon being a Rocket as long as he's coming off the bench. As long as his role becomes 6th, 7th man, veteran leader, sensei type to the youngsters. I don't want to see him taking starters minutes from another skilled young player. I don't want that. That's my preference. I'm not the GM. I'm not the head coach. Think of a trade sent around OG and Anunoby and C. Wood. Where did they put that up there for everybody to see? Let me go back real quick. Bring that back up one moment. I think I saw someone mention Jalen Duren at 17. I don't know. Jalen might be there. A lot of people still see him as a young Dwight Howard, you know, as a physical build, physical talent, and first things first, rim protector, and alley-oop and dunks.
So that's just going to be his go-to to get on the floor his rookie season. But Ben DuBose put it out there about Jaden Ivey. Okay, I'll just leave that at that. Ben DuBose put it out there. Okay. Yeah, I'll just sometimes it's best to if you can't say something nice, don't say anything. So, but once again, heck, I've seen other descriptions of Shaedon Sharpe as an athlete and the most explosive backcourt with Jalen Green. Okay. So my thing, if they do that, then once again, that goes against what Rafael Stone said after the lottery, results of the lottery. NBA rewards taller, skilled bigs. That's what Rafael said. Y'all can go to the YouTube channel and watch him if you haven't already. That's what he said. The NBA rewards skilled big men over skilled shorter players. He said that. Could have been smoke. I was shocked when he said it because it doesn't seem to be the way the Rockets have operated for the last 5 years. But yeah, whatever. It wouldn't shock me, Jaden Ivey, but no, whatever. Shaedon Sharpe, I wouldn't take him. And he's going to be one of those workout guys, see how he does workouts, because he may drop a little bit. But potential, a team probably would draft him on potential, and he is definitely an unknown commodity because he didn't play at all this college basketball season. He wasn't in the G League. He was at Kentucky second semester, and he practiced. And that's what he did. That's all he did. He practiced. Did not play in games. He practiced. And I'll put this up, a comment from JT Hines. Why would the Rockets pick Ivy? Too many guards. Agreed. That's my mentality. Agreed. You do that, then you add him to Scoot, Jalen Green, Josh Christopher, Daisha Nix, Eric Gordon. If you want to call him, he's a wing, Garrett Matthews. How many guards do you need? How many guards do you want? And you still got to play all of them at some point. Marjon Beauchamp, like I said, he definitely will be there at 17. His workout performances will will help determine where he's drafted. I think 17 of the Rockets is probably where his positioning will start because I've seen him go from probably 17 to 35 to 38 range. So in there, that's a wide range. So in Tyler Hero talk, I'm going to get this report. Yeah. And keep in mind, and Jonathan Gavoni puts out different scenarios about best fit, different articles about best fit, players fit, and all those things. And some of the reports and rumors is to try to get another team who has interest in Jaden Ivey to trade up to the third pick. Because they think the Rockets will take Jaden Ivey before they get a chance to take him. So just putting it out there. These next 19 days, we're going to hear, read, see rumors, so many rumors, and you just take it with a grain of salt. And I go back to what I said before the trade deadline. Most, not all, most of the trades that happen, especially the big ones, we never hear about them publicly until they happen. So that's most. And looking at the comments from the viewers, the family here, they don't want to see Rockets get another guard, draft another guard with the third pick. They want a big man. They want a tall player, a skilled player. So this Rockets, like I said, it would not shock me because it's who the Rockets have been for so long that they pick a guard at the third pick. I wouldn't agree with it, and I would comment on it as warranted after the fact. But top 3 preferred wings for the Rockets. For Osvaldo, are we talking 17? Because then it probably, I'd probably go Tari Eason, Jalen Williams from Santa Clara, not the Jalen Williams from Arkansas, because he's 6'10". And then you could put in there Marjon Beauchamp, Dieng, all those guys. But at 17, I'd just probably start with Eason at 17 for me. And see, this is where I am. Front court help. Not to have somebody taller than 6'4" to power forward. Amen. Amen. And Christian Wood he's tall. He's 6'10", but he's not a big man. And y'all know that. Y'all know how many times he runs away from defending the bigger players. Y'all know that. And y'all saw plenty of this past season how many times guards flexed on him after they dunked on him or something. And all he did was come back, would try to dunk on them and flex. Man, you 6'10", you're supposed to dunk on these dudes. But you're getting dunked on by them. Come on. And you're just like, yeah, okay, whatever. And LP, 6'9". The Rockets need to get taller at the wings and in the front court. They need more tall players. And let me add to it, tall, skilled players. So that's what I'm pushing for. That's what they need to be doing. But if they do that Jaden Ivey stuff, and I'm not going to dwell on it too much, but don't pick another guard with the third pick. Just don't. And as far as I know, because it could be smoke and mirrors, and these next few days are going to see a lot more smoke and mirrors, and unless the agent reports, who a player is working out for a team, you're not going to probably hear too much of that leaked. Be close to through June 23rd. So, I like Eason, and the energy port, put David's comment right there as well. So you look at that right there. And where I put up Jerry's comment. Size kills. And look at that. How versatile they are in defense because of the length they have all over the court. I thought the NBA was a copycat league. Isn't that the cliche that has been thrown around for years? That's what it was when I was growing up. It's a copycat league. The Lakers would try to copy Boston if Boston won the championship, and the Boston would try to copy the Lakers if the Lakers won the championship, and then Detroit did the same thing, on and on and on. Well, if Boston wins the championship, and I'm not saying they got three more wins to get, I think it would make sense to copy the champion. Okay, and if Rafael Stone's still looking at the Warriors try to copy them, Rockets don't have Steph Curry on this team. Rockets don't have Klay Thompson on this team, even the injured Klay Thompson on this team. So why are you trying to do that? Why are you trying to copy them? But and Dennis Schroeder, I doubt Dennis will re-sign with the Rockets. I think he's learned from what he messed up with, and he'll sign if a playoff team gives Dennis a fair offer, he's going to take it. And the Rockets are not a playoff team. Can the Rockets trade Seawood for Charlotte pick? Sure. But, the scenarios we put out there, go back to it, the Mason Plumlee pick, Mason Plumlee the pick, and PJ Washington for Seawood and 17, for Plumlee 13 and PJ. All signs. Okay, I'm going to pause right there. Would you guys be okay with the Rockets signing Christian Wood to an extension that made sense money-wise. So let's just say basically it's $18 million per. Or do y'all want Christian Wood gone? Period. Because I'll say this scenario, if the Rockets were to draft Jaden Ivey at 3, I think that would indicate that they'd want to keep Christian Wood. Wouldn't y'all? So I know that's another reason why I wouldn't want the Rockets to draft Jaden Ivey. Rockets draft a skilled big man, Christian Wood will be gone. If the Rockets draft another guard with the third pick, speaking of a third pick, then maybe Christian Wood is still going to be here. Maybe Christian Wood has gone and his reps have gone to Rafael and Stephen Silas and said, hey, I'll be happy with a less than max deal. So, it makes sense for both sides. Would y'all be okay with that? Would y'all be okay with that? David said he'd be okay with that. So Christian Wood comes off the max money he wants, which would be a step down for him. Would y'all be okay with that? Most of y'all say no, you want him gone anyway. We got a comment, he's selfish, you want him gone. Jerry says he wants him gone. There's a reason the teams he's playing major minutes suck on defense. Well, no argument with me on that one. So and obviously we agree he's not worth the max, JT Hines. But yeah, see, TJ K. Penny says he'd be okay with C. Wood at money like that. Okay, what if it's 18 mil? Is that too high? It's 15. 15 makes sense, yeah. But what if it's 18 mil? What if it's 18 or 19 mil? And then, because like I said, I'm going with the scenario that the Rockets are still going to start Christian Wood if he agrees to that money. So this scenario includes drafting a guard with the third pick, not drafting Paolo. Because let's just go with that. If the Rockets draft Paolo, do you think Christian Wood would be content coming off the bench? Whether it's to start this season or by February or March after the deadline. Do y'all think he would be good with that? And good with that meaning still be a good player, a team player. Damn, Dale. How you really feel? That's harsh right there. I wouldn't want if he played for free. Okay. Point noted. All right. And then we got this. It says he can only be used after 3. James said doesn't see it. So Wise Citizen said no, move Christian Wood to contenders. So most of y'all don't want him here, period, regardless of his new contract. Extension, new contract. Okay. Because I think most of us, and we're this, this is scenarios we're talking about. If the Rockets draft at 3, a tall person, because Chet's not big, a tall, skilled person, Chet, Paolo, DeMar, whoever's available at 3, we believe that indicates Christian Wood will be traded. It's just a question of draft night this month, July, August, before February deadline. He will be traded, most likely before the season, I would think. So, and here's a good point right here. If they keep C. Wood, then it also means teams aren't giving great offers for him. And it's been said they won't get much back. Well, that could be. And I forget who it was in last Saturday's show who referenced Cleveland's tall lineup. Go big, their front court. I'm good with that. I don't know about Christian Wood being on this team. I'm not high on Christian Wood. His skills offensively, got no problem with that. Defensively, especially consistently on defense, got a big problem with that. He's still got to grow, be more of a team player, all those things. So would the Rockets want to invest in him long term? I don't think they should. But Corey Falk, you're talking about Mr. Eason, Tari Eason, Tari Eason. That's who you're referencing right there. And that's, would I say he'd be the first choice at 17 if he's available? But yeah, because I don't believe Mark Williams from Duke will be there at 17. If Mark Williams is at 17, I think the Rockets should get him. But it does not seem like he'll be available still there at 17. So if not, then Tari Eason, 6'8", Jalen Williams, Santa Clara, versatile wing. Jalen, like I said, Jalen is 6'6", long arms, versatile guard. So, and then Marjon Beauchamp. Let me see if I got Marjon's numbers here, his measurements. Marjon in shape. He's 6'6.5" in shoes. Got an 8'10" standing reach and a 7'3/4" wingspan. So I think Jalen is 7'2.25", so a little bit longer wingspan than Marjon Beauchamp, but pretty similar body type. I think Marjon body fat is less than Jalen's, though. I think, yeah, Jalen Williams is 8.9 in body fat, and Marjon is 5 and change. So, but yeah, Eason would be my first pick at 17 for the Rockets. Marjon, like I said it a few times, he'll be there at 17, but he'll also probably could still be there early in the second round. So there's nothing stopping Rockets from buying into the second round if they really believe in Beauchamp and want to get him in the second round. They could do that. So I think they can. I think they have the money to buy a pick. And this is where David is right on this. Some reports are leaning to Charlotte drafting Mark Williams, Duke product. They know him well. They should, see a lot of his games, all that. So 13. And he's a defensive guy, but he's not a three-point shooter. And if the Hornets go through with who they're hiring as a head coach, he's big on threes. He's, just kind of interesting because the Hornets defense has been trash for so long. So why would you should draft Mark Williams, but he's not a three-point shooter. So would you want to have him as your anchor and just have everybody feed into him so he can just swat it away? Jovic at 17, he'll be there. And is he Nikola or Nikola Jovic at 17? He's he measured even taller than folks thought. I think he came in like almost 7.4% body fat, standing reach 9 feet. Yep, standing reach at 9 feet. So yeah, he's tall, long arms. Not really. His wingspan is 7'125". But yeah, he measured at 6'11" in shoes, so a little bit taller than we thought initially before he showed up. That's a 6'11" small forward. I'm good with that. Tall, skilled players. He'll be there at 17. There's a chance he'll probably still be available later as well. No update on the Rockets assistant coaches, I think, except, promoting Mahmoud from G League. That's about the only thing I've heard. No other concrete names. I think, and I agree with Eco on this, I think Coach Silas is probably going to hire folks he's worked with in previous stops in the NBA and have them join the Rocket staff. So make of that what you will. Just look at other places he's worked. I think that's what he was probably going to lean on doing that. So yeah, JB, I think that is one of the Rocket hires right there. He's going to be on the Rocket staff. I think that's I'm still a lock. That's going to happen. Jovic, Sengun, Paolo, Green, KPJ, 5 playmakers on the court. Yeah, I like that. I like that combo. But I'm not sure the Rockets would take Jovic at 17. So, but I like it. But see, that 5 of this 5, that's 5 some. You got 6'11, 6'9, 6'10. Jalen 6'5, 6'4, and Scoot 6'6. See, that front court I like. But it sounds like the Rockets aren't thinking like that. They need to be thinking like that. Knicks trade. Who was it? The Knicks trade that we talked about last week. I didn't like it. Now it involved Nerlens Noel, I think, and Cam Reddish. Maybe Cam Reddish. If he's not a Tibbs guy, we know that. So, and that means defense first. He'd fit here with the Rockets because the Rockets have yet to become a defense first team. They have said they want to get better on defense. We'll see. Easton over Jovic. Jovic's defense is not. He's offensively skilled, but defense is not his thing. And obviously, like most young players, he has to get stronger too. He knows that. JB, thank you very much. I remind everybody, hit the like button on videos, on this video, and all the Rocket videos here on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Spread the word. And I think salute to everybody who has, because this is a good number early in the show. So I appreciate that time-wise. To try to do more Saturday shows during the off season around this time of the evening. Try to get more people to participate live during the show. So that's good. Let's talk about this as well. Let me talk about this. Because I do cover the Cougs as well as Rockets. I cover basketball. Marcus is back, a favorite for the Final Four. Ooh, at least. They're one of the teams, one of the most talented teams in college basketball now. Put in there with the Zags, North Carolina. Basically almost the same teams that were in the mix last year, Elite Eight, Final Four, the usual. That's where the Coug program is now. KU, Nova won't be back. Shouldn't be that. It'd be a shock if they were. But the Cougs will be one of the teams projected to reach the Final Four. Yes, obviously they need to stay healthy. So, but I'll say this. They made it as far as they did last year without Marcus Sasser and Tremont Mark. And now both of them are back, and they're adding 1 5-star, 1 4-star, 5-star Jarris Walker, who will probably be one and done and be in next year's draft. So folks start paying attention to him because he's 6'8" forward, versatile forward, 3-4 kind of player. Terrence Arsenault, 6'7" long arm defender. And before he got hurt, Emmanuel Sharp was considered a 4-star. He got hurt, I think broke his ankle, then broke his wrist or vice versa. So he didn't play his senior year. But before he got hurt, he was like a 4-star. So adding possibly 2 4-stars and a 5-star to a team that got as far as they did last year without Marcus Sasser and Tremont Mark. So think about all that. So yeah. Pick Banchero, Jovic. You're high on Jovic. And I'm 25. I don't know about that. That's kind of a quick turnaround. 25, because I'm not sure they'll be in the playoffs in 23. It should snip the play-in next season. And then playoff 24. And then maybe top 4, top 6 seed in 25. And let's go with 26. Competing for championships. Things got to go break right. Cap space. Sign quality free agent. Rockets should have almost $70 million in cap space next summer. $70 million. With Portland be interested in Christian Wood? Yeah, I really am. Well, maybe he probably won't do it publicly. I mean, Damian Lillard, he says he wants to win. He says he would like to win in Portland. Well, the 7th pick in this draft is probably not going to have a major impact on Portland winning this coming season. Christian Wood would probably help more than the 7th pick in this draft win this season. I'm not saying he'd make them a championship team. Hell no. But he'd have more of an immediate impact than the 7th pick in the draft. So if the Blazers want to help Dame win this year, then they should trade that 7th pick in the draft for an established veteran to help them now. Or hiring all these new guys in personnel, if they don't want to pay Dame $50 million per season and try to trade him, then maybe they go that route and then start over, rebuild. Can they trade Wall? That's a pipe dream. Buyout, because they're not going to it's got to be a buyout. And come on, John's reps. Go to Rafael, go to Tillman, 20 million, and let me go. Let's end this. Let's just end this, because it's been a whole season now since John has played a game. What NBA team would want to trade for him, give up an asset for John Wall, for Coach Wall, A Wall? No team worth a damn would want to give up a trade asset, I think, for a guy who hasn't played in a season. Buyout. Just get a buyout. So we got this back with the Seawood Tate for 7. We discussed that last week as a possibility. I like it. Jeremy Sohan pick for Harvey, where you got Jeremy going? The Rocks at 3, or if they make a trade and get another pick, because 3 is too high, and I think he'll be gone by 17. So, versatile guy. I like his size, front court player, could guard multiple positions. I like guys like that. Not these 6'3", 6'4" dudes that they got plenty of already. So if you toss out names of players who are 6'7", probably maybe 6'6", but 6'7" and up, and got some skills, then you're on my team. If you're gonna toss out dudes who are 6'2", 6'1", 6'3", you're on a small ball team, and I'm not a small ball guy. So there we are with that. Be clear with that. Be consistent with that. But Christian Wood to the Blazers. See what it takes to the Blazers for 7. That makes some sense. Portland will probably toss in a salary dump with the 7th pick to the Rockets. So we did it last week. This week, nothing's changed. Everybody believes, we're getting dangerous now. Everybody is assuming that Portland is going to trade the 7th pick. They're waiting to hear great offers to make the best deal for them. So, you need to get taller. Amen. Agreed. No question. You need to get taller. Yes. Because, I'm good with if you got a point guard 6'5", and then everybody else is 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10". Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Steph Curry it's once in a lifetime. Okay. That's like a meteor coming across the sky. Sandoval, if Chet falls to 3, the Rockets are going to take Chet. Not Jaden Ivey. If Chet is there at 3, the Rockets will take Chet. James Freeman, I think a lot of people hope Mark Williams is there at 17. Of the two, of Mark Williams and Jalen Duren's probably more likely to be around available at 17 than Mark Williams, but we'll know more as we get close to June 23rd. So, but I like both of them. Jalen Duren's younger, obviously, but saw him at Memphis this past season. His offense came around a little bit. Trade with Portland at 7. Who am I going to go with at 7? Jeremy Sohan, 7's probably too high. Rockets, let's see. As long as they wouldn't have to give up the 17th pick, I'll give them 3 first-round picks. So I take a flyer. Hell, if Rockets got Banchero at 3, trade Wood and Tate to get 7. Man, I'm really leaning toward somebody like Shaedon Sharpe, high upside, because you still got 17 to take a more stable pick. So I'm probably leaning on somebody like that. I like that. Yeah. Kai Soto, he did not have a great season this past season, if I remember correctly. I don't believe the Rockets should draft him in the first round. He could be, get him second round pick, and most likely he'd be available as a UDA. But Jalen Green he's a non-ambassador and investor in the new East Asia League, so good for him. Branching out, wise investment, because that league will probably continue to grow and expand in the next few years. $1 million purse for the Final Four tournament that'll take place in March 2023. So that's good. I'm all for basketball all over the world. Talent, excitement. I think Easton could be a great player. And he could be an energy guy off the bench, versatile guy, defend a lot of positions, and get you some points if you needed to as well. 3 picks, it will go against what I've said before, because there's a lot of rookies on the squad. So I think one of them would probably be, in that scenario, possibly somebody that could stash an international player. Or they could trade one of those picks for future assets and give them just 2 first-round picks this year. So get you some more versatility. But if they trade Christian Wood for the 7th pick, then they probably want to get somebody who can help them soon. And as long as they get Banchero or a tall player at 3 spot, then that'll help the front court, show up the front court. You trade C. Wood, and then probably get another big at 17. Then you could just do something with that pick at 7. So it's good there. I'm just a Jaden Ivey talk. Most explosive backcourt. And I don't know, because I did see it, I think, on the Gavoni first, and I've seen it other places too. But if you're going to write about it, say a site where you got it from first. Okay? Don't be that the company, that person. Give credit to the other people who came up with it first. Okay, especially if it's out there for people to read and not in some subscriber section. But even then, I give credit to Fagan. I give credit to Eco, Gavoni. Heck, Mike Smith's now going to Portland. Sam Vicini at the Athletic. Jeremy Wood at Sports Illustrated. That's what you should do, is give credit to the people who you get the info from. Don't be like ESPN and wait for just because you don't break the story first, you don't say anything about it because your guy didn't get it first. Be an adult. I mean, come on, really. I think 7 and 17. Why do you want to give up on Şengün? I'll put it out there because Caleb, I want you to answer. Who would you take this is not going to happen. This scenario right here being proposed. But who would you draft with the first pick in that scenario? Who do you want the Rockets to draft at 1? Let's see. Still don't know what they're trying to do with Gordon. Justin, I'm going to put this out there as well. As long as EG is on the team, he's going to start. That's how it looks. He should have a 6-man role, a roll off the bench. He should. And be the vet leader like that. But he's going to start at the, whatever you want to call it, 1, 2, 3, flip a coin with, flip that coin, whatever you want to call it. But if it's him, Jalen, Scoot, Jaden Ivey, whatever, somebody's going to bring the ball to the floor, defend, and somebody's going to defend the best player on the team, and somebody's going to be the scorer, whatever you want to do. But, so you said Jabari, to get Jabari. Okay. Oh, I see what you did that. Okay. So keep the 3rd pick. Oh, I still don't think that's going to happen. 7 and 17 plus Şengün for the first pick and get to keep the 3rd pick too. Wow. You are wheeling and dealing. So, but JT Hines, I agree. Eric Gordon does not need to start. But when he was healthy down the stretch, he started. It's a dumb question, but would I trade Jalen Green and in the 3rd pick for Cade? No. I mean, that's a heck of a scenario. Let me see. No, because if Detroit won, they'd have drafted Jalen last year. So no, they're very happy with Cade. And they'll make do with whatever at 5, and then possibly see what they can do if they can get the Blazers to trade the 7 for Jeremy Grant. It seems kind of back and forth on that. Still don't think that is likely as Detroit fans want to believe. So, reminds you, Brad Sellers. Oh, come on, James. Jabari Smith. No. His shot release is way different than Brad Sellers. No. So no. So, but hey, that's your thought on that. It's time to go young. I agree, JT Hines. I agree. And I'm okay with Eric being a mentor to the youngsters. A mentor off the bench. He can be a mentor and lead by example, be a mentor in the locker room. I'm good with that. Off the bench, not in the starting lineup. But based on what I heard last year, what I've heard, it's just as long Eric's happy here, he's a great leader. Y'all know all those nice things. But y'all could have him do all that stuff off the bench. Don't need to start him. So James Freeman, we'll see about Jabari Smith. He can do a little bit more than spot up, shoot it. What player could Paulo be compared to? Since I never could think of the guy I had in mind where I saw it on TV. I think I saw it on TV, the comparison. I'm going to go with a young Blake Griffin combined with the Blake Griffin that became a better passer as he got older. So, because Paulo is not he's not a rim protector. I like the Chris Webber comparison, James Freeman. I like that as well. So those, Blake, C. Webb, there's nothing wrong with that. So Jabari Smith, who was it? I'm not really big on the comparison, but I think somebody said, a few people have said Kevin Garnett. I don't know about that. And then if you're going to do Chet, frame-wise, he's Sean Bradley. Skill-wise, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that skill wise, but that frame. Oh no. And JT Hahn's putting up. He's saying Paolo reminds him of Melo. Is that a good thing? Because Melo is known for just scoring and not much else. Melo gets you buckets, but does Melo get you rings by making the rest of the team better? So I've seen that comparison before, I think on here as well, but I think other places too. And I'm like, is that a good thing? And let's see. Well, maybe a few pounds, and Melo put on pounds as he got older, of course. But height-wise, may not be that much difference than you think, James. You think Chet skill-wise like Yao? Let's see, I'm thinking handles. No, Yao wasn't the outside shooter that Chet is. Different era, of course. We got another Chris Webber comparison for Paolo. And like I said, nothing wrong with that. So, but the Melo comparison for Paolo Banchero, I think I think Paolo's game is more versatile than Melo's game is. So, Chris Webber's game is more versatile. Like I said, if all Banchero is just a scorer, I want my guys, my key players, be add more game to that. Do it on both ends of the floor, but also be a bit more of a passer as well. And Paolo's a passer. Apollo to Blake Griffin. Young Blake was a tremendous athlete, and he became a more all-around player. He became a passer and became a better three-point shooter. So Paolo to the older before Blake got hurt. The third team NBA Blake Griffin that first year in Detroit before he got hurt. Paolo. That'd be a great comparison right there. But the guys we're comparing, let's see, Chris Middleton to Jabari Smith. Chris isn't as tall as Jabari. Offensive game is similar, but I think Jabari's release is higher. Chris's is probably quicker release. Paolo remind me, that's it. I think that's the comparison now that I saw. Antoine Jameson. I think that's the name I saw. And I'm hoping Antoine had a successful, solid career. But I think fans want Paolo to be more than have a solid career. But I think that's the name I thought of. It clicked when I didn't think of when I read it or saw it on TV. That is a comparison that I was like, maybe. Chris is more mid-range. Jabari is more of a three-point. Well, we'll see if Jabari is an NBA three-point shooter. We'll see. He could be. Antoine, well, he was an inside player early in his career, especially in college, of course. But early in his career, he was an inside player, and then he became an outside shooter, especially in the last few years in his NBA career, as a lot of vets do. The older they get, they expand their range because they can't take the pounding and don't want to take the pounding in the paint anymore. So, that's part of the evolution of your game. You got to add to it. And you just can't take the physical beatings anymore. So if you want to stay on the floor, you got to find ways to keep yourself on the floor. And adding to that three-point shot is one thing to do. But that's part of the older NBA. Now the youngsters are coming in with three-point shooting and have no inside game and have no mid-range game. Although I think you're seeing more and more young guys, high school, college, young guys in college as well, who are going back to a mid-range game, who have the better career. See, I'm still going to go with Jabari or Paolo. I'm still going with Jabari. I just think Jabari, his ceiling is just a little bit higher than Paolo's. So that's me. I hope both of them have great careers. Coach, let me put that up there because you are correct with that note. Yep. And if you want to put Bud in there too, Coach Bud, he got a ring. He was on that tree as well. So would the Warriors take some type of package to get Wood and get Kuminga? No, I don't see the Warriors. They got Kuminga on a rookie contract. And they need to, I won't say pinch their pennies, but watch their money with their younger investments. And Kuminga's he's got on a rookie deal. And Christian Wood, where would see Wood play with the Warriors and help them? And that's the important thing, and help them. Okay. KJ, the small forward. I'd like to see KJ earn the starting small forward spot. But he'd have to improve his handles, as someone noted last week on the show, be more consistent with his three-point shot, and be better all-around offensive player. So that's a lot to do. So you'd have to earn that small forward spot. If he did, that'd be a plus for the Rockets. But tighten those handles is definitely part of his bag he needs to do, and definitely add to the three-point shot. Just add to his game overall offensively. But handles for sure. Got to do that. And, summertime is the time to improve your game. So that's a lot for him to work on. And I wonder if the coaching staff has talked to him about that as a goal. If you do A, B, and C, you could see minutes at the three. I doubt it because as long as Eric Gordon's here, no. But and yep, heard that same thing about. I think we mentioned that last week. Somebody, not me, but somebody else mentioned that as well. That KJ's dad, Kenyon Senior, wants him out of Houston because his son not getting a lot of minutes with the Rockets, and his role is kind of doesn't suit his game either. Does Rico Hines basketball camp still happen? I don't know. I haven't heard about it. And see that, yep, James, that's my point I just made about he's playing out of position, so his development is kind of skewed. But yeah, he's got to add to his skills. And if he were looked at as a small forward, then he could work on those small forward skills. But you got him playing small ball 5 and 4 and stuff. Well, that's not small forward skills. Justin, I'm not sure about the Rico Hines camp. See if I can find out about it to remind me of it. I'm going to try to stop by Fondy tomorrow for a little bit just to see what it's like on the first day. Be by there in the afternoon. Won't be by there in the evening because we're going to have our first anniversary edition of Folks Talking Sports tomorrow. 1 year ago, actually today, was the first Folks Talking Sports live stream show. But we're going to have a show tomorrow because we're doing Let's Talk Rockets today. But that show, Folks Talking Sports, will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central. And then, of course, got the NBA Finals as well. So try to stop by Fondy tomorrow afternoon, then go to the hospital, and then come back and do Folks Talking Sports, and then the NBA Finals. So KJ should be starting over Tate. He should at the 3. But Jay Sean at the 4. So KJ put that up there. I3, that's a new name. Thank you for participating in the live stream today. Right now we're talking about KJ Martin as a starting small forward for the Rockets and what he needs to do with his game to earn a minute at the 3 spot. So the Rockets can stop starting Eric Gordon and bring him off the bench. So, JT, I appreciate it. Can't let him go. Well, we shall see. Never say never. I've said it before. Maintain it. Probably 5, maybe 6 of these current Rockets will be on a Rockets championship contending team in 3-4 years. In 6, that's probably a lot. So we can pick and choose who those 6 will be, but the Rockets have to upgrade the talent level. Starting 5 and the bench. So I think 6 might be, I'd say 6. But if the Rockets are competing for championship 4 years from now, most of the team isn't here. JT Hines, thank you for that. I put that out there. And with that, boosted my numbers. Looking for a sponsor for this show. Ironically, this show, Rocket Talk, is the biggest viewer numbers for the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel by far, whatever it is, rocket content related. But I'm getting more inquiries for sponsorship for the Cougs shows. So go figure. And the numbers for that aren't as high as the numbers for the Rockets. But so let's try to put that together, because I would like to at some point start going on the road and traveling with the team here and there, like my man Big Sarge is able to do. And of course, Fagan, Eco, as beat writers do that, but I love to be able to do that. Go on the road with the team, Rockets and/or Cougs, going forward in the future. Well, Devrick, this is the problem. This is the problem with small ball. You go with small ball, you got guys playing out of position and not allowing them to maximize their skill level at probably their best position. That's one of the issues with small ball. And Goyo, hey, like I said, your point is accurate. Ooh, I hope I didn't mess up the sound there. Everybody still hear me okay as I pull the buds a little bit. I'm okay with EG coming off the bench and being a vet leader, all those things. Pro leadership, all that. I'm good with that. I don't want him starting. That's what. Let me be clear. I don't want Eric starting. So let me put up. Let's see. James just emailed me. I don't know if I have an email up. Let me see if I can put it on the screen here. Just send an email to. Do I have my email address on here anywhere? Do I? I do not. All right. Well, no worries. Just do this. Email. Just do that. So yeah, just do that. But yeah, I'm good with EG coming off the bench. He can play well, play defense, because he's still probably one of the team's better defenders. Get buckets off the bench, be a vet in the locker room. I'm good with all that. I don't want him starting. That's what I'm saying. I don't want him starting. Taking minutes from a youngster. That's my point. Let's see. Paolo comp, Charles Barkley, no. Charles Barkley, young Charles Barkley. Obviously, Paolo's taller than Charles. Young Charles Barkley was a hell of an athlete. Hell of a leaper, despite being probably 300 pounds. So no, with that, I like the Chris Webber comp and the later years of Blake Griffin before he got hurt. I like that comp as well. Miles Turner, Bol, no. Don't see that. Miles Turner, trade-wise. All right, let me take off. What would you want to give up for Miles Turner? And do you think the Rockets would maximize Miles Turner's skill set? So answer that for me. I mean, Miles he has become more of a 3-point shooter. He is a rim protector. But do you think he would fit the style of play that the Rockets play? And like I said, and maximize what he does best. And that probably says more about the Rockets style than Miles Turner. But you see where I'm going with that. So I think majority of us agree, or not agree, but believe Eric Gordon should come off the bench rather than start. I think most of us agree on that. We'll see if the Rockets go down that route. So Miles solidified this. Well, like I said, but I'm asking you, what would you want to trade the Rockets to get Miles Turner? That's what I want you to say. So because more of this, I don't think they're going to get rid of Miles. It's for nothing. So that's what I'm asking you, because you just can't get Miles for Jayshawn Tate. Okay. so you want to put Eric in a package. Okay, that's a start. That goes more along the lines of what Kelly Iko said to me in our conversation. He believes he always thought Eric would retire a Pacer. That speed of the process if he traded Eric to the Pacers. Christian Wood to the Pacers, I'm assuming in that trade package. All right. Well, based on what everybody says here on this show, do y'all think the Pacers believe Christian Wood's better fit than Miles Turner? Probably not. So now we're looking at EG, Christian Wood, and some picks for Miles Turner. Okay, you're gonna have to bring it with that. So, and for those who are late to the show, one of the things that I brought up, would you be okay giving Seawood a new contract if his salary request was still in the teens? So not a max player. He's max salary. He comes down from that pipe dream and says, I'll take 17, 18 million per. I want to stay a Rocket. So, and we can look at that right there. Rick Carlisle, Seawood defense issue. I think Seawood would have a problem with Rick Carlisle. So, yep. So, yeah, have the picks. Like I said, as of right now, you're standing alone in your proposal for Miles Turner in these trade scenarios. But that's all right. Stand your ground. But this is correct. Nobody's arguing that point. Rockets are really weak down low. No doubt. No doubt. So, JT Hines, I'm going to let me ask you. Improve in wins? I'm assuming that's what you're referencing right there. How many? How many wins? Let me go back to that, because we seem to have some new fans in the show this evening. So I want to get their thoughts on this as well. How many wins would y'all improvement would y'all be cool with? Would be okay with? Kyrie to the Rockets? Yeah, that not happening. No, not happening. Would y'all be good with the Rockets improving 10 wins? I guess from 30. Would that be enough to bring Steven Silas back? 30. Okay, James, you say 30. Okay. Defense, Goyo Falcon. They say they have said that defense is going to be a priority this season. Coach Silas has said that he's going to teach more defense philosophy, defensive principles, hold the guys more accountable this season, more to teach them more because he thinks they have learned more and are able to process more. So, okay. And Mudbone's been consistent in this. He wants Wemby. Victor Wembanyama. That's what he wants. First pick in the 23 draft. So 30, James 30 plus, that's they won 20 this past season. 30 plus, that's a big improvement. And Jerry, challenge for the play-in. Okay, so are you saying challenge for the play-in? If they don't, then new coach? Because the challenge for the play-in this past season in the West, wasn't it right around 34, 33? I mean, it was a low number. I think Silas is safe. I mean, unless they just have an awful, awful season. And I mean 20 wins or less without injuries. So, no reason built in. If he does that, then he needs to go. But barring that, I think he'll be back. But everybody wants Wemby. Yeah. Yep. For sure. And see, KDC says 25 wins. That's a 5-win improvement. That's more along what Eco says. I said 30. That's 10 win. That's a lot. 10-win improvement. So, but I still think Stephen Silas is going to be back. A new coach depends on our young players getting better. And I think they're getting better. We've seen improvement in Jalen Green. We saw improvement in Jacob, Josh Christopher. So I think 30 is within reason. A 10-win improvement, that is, that is pushing it. But I don't know this, that Tillman has a number in mind that if it's like 25, that's not enough. I don't know that. But I think 30, they could get to 30. But let me add this. They get to 30 with Paolo or Jabari, not Jaden Ivey. Let me say that. So Rice basketball had some of their elite camp going on campus today. Just saw a note about that. Defensive-minded coach, he probably should add that to the staff. 30, I just think 30, is it worth trading up first in this draft? No. Next year, yes. Yes. This year, no. Because I don't believe there's that much for difference between Jabari, Chet, and Paolo. No. But next year, hell yes. Yes. Next year. This team is a playoff team with the right additions. No, I mean, and the West is no longer the better conference because the East is a better conference. But playoff team next year, and you mean a playoff team as in the play-in, as in like the 9 or 10 seed? That's a stretch. That's a possibility, but I don't know about that. It's hard to say because it used to be when you pick top 3 guy that was a difference maker, you could see a 10-win improvement. If it's Paolo, yes. If it's Jabari, yes. Chet, maybe. JT Hines, Victor he's very good. He's very skilled. He's not as slim as Chet, but he has Chet skills and he can do more things than Chet. He's really good. Really good. So how many high picks now are ready to compete at this level? I think the high picks, a lot of young guys now. Let me answer this, get to Jerry's question in a second. Draft projection look like next year. I doubt the Rockets pick top 3 based on record. They might decide to trade to get into the first pick. So, but they should have a better record, more wins. They won't be top 3 unless they win the lottery to move up. So they won't have they better not have one of the 3 worst records in the NBA. Because I doubt 30 wins would be one of the 3 worst records. 2 picks next year. I think so. It'll be last year. Yes, I think so. Because then you get into OKC stuff. Yeah. So 23 be the last year with 2 picks. Yes. So that's why next year and then next summer, with all the cap room, Rockets should be ready to make a real big jump, I think, for the 2023-2024 season. But Victor, yes, Victor, get back to Victor, he is that good. Mark Jackson as a coach, he's been, how can I phrase this so I get myself in trouble? He's finally been getting interviews again, but I don't ever see him getting a head coaching job in the NBA anymore. Let's see. Can't remember the kid's name, but played on the same with Fab in the NBA scouting game. Kid could score. He's a real thin 7-footer. Fab. Give me Fab name. But I mean, Victor is legit. 3-point range, handles. He can block shots. He can score a lot of different ways. He is very good. At the 3, let's see. Paulo hold his own. Wood plus Şengün is cool, but Cat, I don't see Minnesota getting rid of Cat. I don't. I think they're going to sign him to an extension. Does Cat have holes in the game? Yeah. Does Cat need to get better in playoffs? Yeah. Is Cat better than T Wood? Hell yeah. So yeah. So no, I don't see Cat coming. Minnesota getting rid of Cat, giving up on Cat. No. Rafael Stone, Rafael's like any general manager. Rafael's going to say he's willing to listen to any offers that make sense for the Rockets, but they're not going to do that unless they get blown away. Yeah. See, Rockets will have 2 picks next year, but yeah, Rafael, the Rockets are going to be picking at 3, unless some team makes them this an unreal offer, a Godfather type offer. They're not trading out of this draft, because then if they do that, then how could they have a chance to get the most explosive backcourt in the NBA with Jaden Ivey at 3? So, All right, good people. I'm going to wrap it up right there. I'm going to watch some boxing on Showtime and ESPN. Thank you, as always, for your comments and your questions and participating and spreading the word to your other Rocket friends and fans. Appreciate it. And I think next Saturday should be good for another live stream show. It may be at 8 p.m. Central or 9 p.m. Central. We'll see how it goes with that. But for sure, the plan is to have the aim is to have it next Saturday, June 11th. If you want to participate in a sports conversation, join us tomorrow, June 5th at 6 p.m. Me, Andy Yanez, Willie Gibson, and James Mueller as we talk sports, Cougs, college, Big 12, some NBA, do a little bit more than just the Rockets. And nothing wrong with the Rockets, because I enjoy talking about the Rockets with you guys. Appreciate it as always. So either see some of y'all tomorrow or see y'all next Saturday, June 11th. Y'all take care. Peace.